First off, I want to thank the brave men and women who work behind the wall. I want to thank them on a national level because their job goes unrecognized.
How do they try to turn a guard?
Well, correctional officer. Sorry, I apologize. But correctional officer.
How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi. Welcome to another episode of Tier Talk. Guys, bad news. So far, over the last couple of days, we've had two suicides, two correctional officer suicides. So me and Russ just want to talk about the importance of letting someone know when you're dealing with something, but also to let you know that we are here for you. We're a family. It crushes us to know that someone has decided to choose that path as opposed to ask for help. Russ, did you know that we lost two officers over the last couple of days due to suicide?
Yeah, that's one of the things I just heard the news. I guess it was out of Indiana. The other one I wasn't familiar with really until you just mentioned it. But this is an ongoing thing. This is something that I dealt with in my career, time and time and time again. It's one of those things that's probably one of the single most terrible things about this profession. And it breaks your heart, and especially with what Indiana is going through right now. It's a terrible second blow to them from the other loss in the line of duty of Lieutenant Lasco.
Yeah, guys, I just want people to know, guys, that our mental health is something that we have to make sure that we constantly take care of. We are going to deal with things in this profession, and we have to allow ourselves to process what it is that we're going through. We cannot keep it bottled inside. And we have to have resources. We have to have people that we can go to express those concerns, but people who know who we are outside of the uniform. Yes, that means our family, our friends, and even our coworkers too, because our coworkers know exactly, what it is that we have to face, but they have to know who we are. They have to know that we're human, because underneath the uniform, guys, that's what we are. We're human. Yes, guys, even though we wear those capes and we tend to be those superheroes, we're vulnerable. We have our kryptonite. So I want people to know, guys, that there are resources. There are people that are next to you that want to help. We have Facebook groups. We have a community here on Tier Talk. Russ, Keepers of Chaos. I mean, how that community in itself is so valuable. I mean, I've seen it, Russ, where someone has a concern and that person gets directly messaged by the many people in that community to say, hey, listen, I'm here just to listen. What's your concerns? How can we help? Am I correct?
Absolutely. The thing about, being there is we're a professional community, and we're always there to try and help each other, no matter what it is. There's been times where, I've talked to plenty of people that, have been going through the issues. And so we just always, have, someone, in the wings waiting, hopefully, to talk to them. And, this is a family, man. Feel free to reach out, anytime. My particular email is sierra.sergeant@gmail.com, man. Just send me a message. I'll call you.
Right. And Russ, that's SIERRA, correct?
Yes.
Now, guys, the thing here, guys, we've developed these communities so we can communicate our concerns, so we can tell people how we feel. It doesn't matter what the feeling is over. All that matters is that we're able to have a venue or have a community to share what we feel. Because in the end, guys, if we don't have that resource, if we're not able to share how we feel, then we wind up just bottling it up. And then there will be that explosion. And then we will act on impulse. And the sad thing about it all, guys, is when someone takes their own life, there's always going to be people that are going to think they could have done something more. Did I miss something? Could I have said something? And there's so many that are left with just so many unanswered questions that they themselves wind up losing on their quality of life. Because in the back of their mind, they're going to wonder, man, if I just have missed one thing, I mean, could it have been me? Could I have said something different? That's why I want people to know is you have to take advantage of what's there. A community of people who care, who are probably dealing with the same things that you're dealing with. So maybe just as much as you need help, them helping you also helps them. Russ, it does. When someone takes their own life, Russ, that there's so many people that are left behind wondering if they could have done something more. And to me, that's the worst thing you can do, is to leave behind people who are going to wonder for the rest of their life, was this my fault? I mean, do you agree with that, Russ?
Yeah, everyone tends to second guess themselves, and unfortunately, sometimes this thing seems to self-perpetuate itself. We had a series of incidents in California where we had 5 take their own life at one institution in 1 year. And so, reach out, get help. People that you see someone that maybe you understand, or maybe you're not even sure, maybe they just have that look on their face or something, reach out to them, engage them, try and gauge, whether they are going through something. Maybe it's something serious enough that they're contemplating suicide. Maybe it's just something that they're having a little bit of trouble with, but by all means, reach out.
Guys, again, we have all these communities, ways that you can communicate with someone who understands what you're going through. And guys, the key here is that it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel a certain way about certain things. What's not okay is not to share how you feel, to the point where you just keep it bundled up. We have a family, we have a community that cares. Take advantage of it. Look for someone that you can talk to. So again, you don't make that final decision, which most likely tends to be an impulsive decision. Because in the end, guys, when we make that final choice, later on, everybody winds up realizing that the concern that you were facing didn't require that action. It just needed for you to know that you're not alone and that there's people that will support you every step of the way. Tear Talk, Keepers of Chaos, Correctional Officer Brotherhood, The Thin Silver Line, Hey CO. I mean, just my Facebook profile has over 5,000 something people from corrections. Don't hesitate to ever send out a direct message, especially when you feel alone. Please, because in the end, guys, when you do that, when you take your life, you leave so many people behind wondering if they could have done something more. Hey, Russ, you have anything you want to say in closing?
Hey, I just want to say, all of you professionals out there, all you guys and gals, just really do your best to reach out if you're having the problem. And, if you're out there, walking that tier, check on your fellow officers, give them that mental check and say, hey, how are you doing? Even if you don't see something wrong, let's engage people and let's just try and be in that preventative, proactive mindset for each other.
Can I add on to that too, Russ? It's okay, guys, if someone's going through something, even if you may not have the answer, it's okay just to walk up to them and say, you know what? I just want you to know I love you. We're family. If you ever need anything, I'm here. But sometimes that's all they need to hear, however random it may seem. But when it comes from someone that they can relate to, hearing those words, I love you, can carry a lot of weight. So again, I'm saying it to all my correctional peers, everybody that works in this profession, my family, I love you. Look for us. You are never alone. Russ, would you also like to share the I love you sentiment?
I love you. I love you all.
We need to hear it once in a while, guys. As always, the show is Tear Talk. Please stay safe. And remember, again, you are not alone.